Hi, my name is James Monroe, and I'm here with John today. A little video was put out, and this little video became quite controversial. And a lot of statements were made that I feel John needs to respond to before I give a conclusion to what I think the real state of affairs are. The reason why we came to see John is to bring attention and awareness to the plight of the homeless and to highlight how difficult it is to live as a homeless person. So, John, after the video went out, basically what happened is I've had people, first of all, telling me that you haven't lived here for 47 years.
Okay.
So let's start there. What is your response?
My response is, as I like to say to Mr. James, to the viewers who listen, and I want them to listen carefully, my background, and where does it start. I'm born 1973 in Blue Valley, Bush where the police station, where the cottages is, those houses, in the wetlands, and as a young boy, as 1, 2, 3 years old, 4, 5 years old, when it started raining, my mommy, my daddy, me, uncles, aunties, we came to the bridge just to protect us from the rain and get warm. Here where we sit, I used to go underneath for here, but to the next tunnel, and I grew up here as a human being with my mommy, my daddy, my sister, my brother, and my aunties and friends of them. They used to carry me when I was 1, 2, 3 years old, behind their backs, and go back in the avenues, checkers. They were all drinkers at that time. At the age of 7, 9, 10, the government gave us a house in Mitchell's Plain. It's 1982. The 10th of the second month, Tapel's. I didn't move out because he have obstacles with my mommy. And he come back where he come from to fish to the valley. May I follow his footsteps? And I can't live with my mommy because I don't see my daddy. My daddy was disabled, first of all. And he was a drinker, alcoholic. But he was controlling his habits. He was a musician, playing guitar. And as I was following his steps, I've been to the boarding school, Porter School. I'm doing 1 year, 6 months for robbing. One of my best friends I robbed, and I didn't keep him in my heart, didn't make a case. And the court in Mitchell's Plain sentenced me to the boarding school. 1 year, 18 months. After that, I go away from Porter School. I end up in the gangsterism. I became one of the notorious gangsters who they call the hard livings. As iets staggie en hulle start staggie. I click up with them. As I grow older, I realize where I'm coming from. 14 years later, I come to my birthplace, to Hoek area, where I'm sitting now. First living in the bush, come back under the bridge, so on, and I end up in crime. I've been in prison, Portsmouth prison, for a decade of my life. If I say it, I'm going to say it more than 15 to 17 years. Again, I click with the gangsterism in prison. I end up being a 28 of a Portsmouth prison organization in prison. I stayed one of the holders. I became a rank. I got 4-4 outside of my shoulders. It's not that I'm bragging or want to be proud of it. What makes me commit crime it was poor poverty in my family. I never been to school. My school I was standard 3 to standard 4. But thank God, I learned the writing and reading inside prison, to school, and outside I studied myself. I never knew how easy to speak English, how to read English. But again, I say thank you to myself, and I have taken note of everything that I have done in prison, outside. Yeah, as they said, I was selling drugs. I did sell drugs. Many of them knows I did have a Sabine. They are quite right. But you can't always run in the past of a person. If you come back and you come out of a place, a Portsmouth prison, or any prison, to the society, it's the society that needs to help you to bring you up again. The past is the past. Yeah, the past will walk with everybody. But you can go away from the past. So I said today, people out there in Hoek Valley, maybe one of your children, daughters, maybe they're smoking drugs. Maybe they go there, by Long Street, Harrow, Calvo, anywhere. But you don't know. I don't put it in front of you, but as I can say to you guys, take the broom and sweep in front of your own door. My past is my past. Don't go into my past, please. I'm begging you guys. Don't remind me about my past. I try something in life to do it for my children. If I have accommodation one day, if I must pass away, it's not for me, guys. It's for my children. And they can say one day, my daddy leave us something behind. It's a property, it's a house. So for there on, as I said to you guys, just to remind you again, I did hook up with gangsters, I did hook up with the 28 prison gangsters, but I come settle by my birthplace, where I'm being born. And I ask anyone out there who really knows me, specific around my life, I need your help, and I'm fed up living on the street. As you can see, I got my son. He's 1 year, 6 months old. His name is Taramico John Del Carmi.
Beautiful, John.
And for decades, it's for him and for his brother and sisters to have that house one day. If anybody will help and assist me to take it forward. Even though I got house papers and I'm on a waiting list. Yeah, I am on a waiting list. I must still wait 5 years for a house. So I couldn't say the Minister of Housing or the government must make quick to give me a house. I didn't ask to be homeless. It's just running my family's blood. And I follow my daddy's footsteps at the end of the day. And also he passed away in Clough Valley Bush at the golf course. My brother passed away in Clough Valley Bush. My eldest brother passed away in Clough Valley Bush. My auntie passed away in Clough Valley Bush. My uncle, my grandma, my grandpa. So I'm just the background of it. It's not that I'm feeling proud of it, but sometimes I sit on the dunes, on top of the beach, wondering if my daddy was still alive. Will I always be like that to sit on his lap, like my son do here, as you can see, guys. Like I said, I don't want to go further in details, but as you know me, I'm a car tender, and I appreciate Mr. Mano, Mr. Bester, anyone who was supporting me around everything, even law enforcement, Mr. Surf, Mr. Ludik, Commander Kumalo, Sakula. I appreciate them for their support. I appreciate the police who also assisting me, Commander Johnson, Captain Benji, all the others who knows me, detectives. I appreciate you guys. If you're watching this video of me and my son and my friends here, please, I need your fully support. And I want really to go away out of Hoek to have a new life. And I need that People must be aware that a person can have a new life if he starts by himself. That the word say that change is possible in life and it's beginning to you. So I started life. It's beginning to me. It's like a flower. You need some water. It's like a tree, you need some water. It's like grass, you need some water. It must get water to change. And if it's changed, it becomes green. And that is how the life of a person who's human can also change. That's all I can say to you guys out there in the valley. Those who listen. Those who hear the movie, who's going to see the movie. It's not about me. It's about the life I grew up, guys. As I say, I was a drug dealer. Again, I didn't have a Sabine. Those who knows me. But I beg you guys, put my past behind me. My past can walk always with me. Don't remember me about my past.
You know, John, if I may interrupt you, we all do things in our life that we're not proud of. There is always something we wouldn't like to talk about or hide from other people, not because we're bad, but because it's personal and it's not something we're proud of. I appreciate your honesty today, and I, for one, must say this. We will be doing a video, or hopefully with the help of the drug gangs very shortly. And it is who is really at fault is the whole idea of the video. Is it the people that deal in drugs, or the people that deal in alcohol, or the people that consume it? It's a market that's actually being established. So sometimes fingers are pointed, labels are made, boxes is built to put people in, and it's very easy to blame our own social ills on a drug dealer and on somebody else. But you know what I respect about you? You're honest. You're here today. You are not part of any crime today. I know that. You know that. You're living a clean life. And we all have a second chance in life. And I'm glad you're using yours. And I want to say from the band and from my side, we will do everything we can. I'd like you to give me the information of your housing. And I will personally work hard to see if we can expedite the matter.
Tammy, give the pipe of the housing there, please, man.
Okay. So we will definitely.
Please, baby.
Okay. And I will see if there's any way that we can expedite your situation. But most of all, you have a family that was 2 generations in this area. You've lived here, you've died here. It would be such a pity if we don't try and break the cycle of home business. But I will tell you this, and I'm going to leave you with that.
So,
With God, nothing's impossible. And as you know, like you correctly point out, you need the water to grow. And water is love. The love for other people. The caring about other people. And I want to ask the community today, after listening to John, to help John where you can. John is not looking for handouts, he's looking for a second chance in life. He has done wrong, but he's paid his price to society in Poles. The slate is clean. Okay, it's easy to point fingers, guys. It's very hard to care, love, and help.
Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and